104.1 KRBE.
Let's go. Good morning.
The Roula and Ryan Show.
With Eric.
It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula.
Macaroni and cheese hot dog.
Ryan.
I am the worst DJ ever.
With Eric.
We're the champions of the world.
104.1 KRBE.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Thursday. It's May 15th of 2025, and it's 6:03 a.m. with the gang. Rula, Eric, Sam, Special K. Happy Thursday, y'all.
Yeah, we did it.
Today.
You
Oh my
finally
God,
made it
it's
to
Friday.
Thursday.
I know. I thought it was Thursday. Every day this week, I finally got my Thursday. It's Friday Eve.
Welcome.
I'm excited. It's all going to be hot and good.
Thank God we have AC.
Hot and good. I don't know, man.
I'm on some algorithm on TikTok where people are just bitching about Houston. Like, oh,
Really?
I live in Colorado and I grew up in Houston. I came back and man, I'm so glad I left. And I'm like, well, then get the hell, let's go.
Because of the weather
Go.
or other things.
I guess the weather, which I don't blame them.
Yeah, it's...
But that dryness drives me nuts too.
Oh, yeah, I can't, y'all. When I go to Vegas, oh, my God, my nose, like, bleeds. My skin is dry.
But even
The desert
Denver,
heat.
Denver,
Denver, super dry. I can't do it.
it's like anything, you get used to it a little bit. I mean, still sucks.
Yeah, because you've lived here how many years now? Eric, 25?
In Texas, yeah.
25 years in Texas. So you've lived, would it be safe to say you've lived in Texas longer than you've lived anywhere else? Yeah. You're a Texan.
Yeah,
You've lived in this state longer than any other state,
true, yeah.
even though you're 40
That's crazy.
years.
Whoa, when you
Yeah.
think about it that way.
And the first couple of years of my life, I don't remember. You know
Yeah,
what I
do
mean?
I mean, I know we count our life obviously from zero,
Like the
but
first 5 really are
the
just like,
memories start at what, 4? Some people have 3-year-old memories.
I say 5 when you go to school because you kind of remember.
Yeah, I feel like you're not legit Texan.
Yeah, you got to be Texas. You got to be here. Oh,
No, he's Texan.
I don't know. I mean,
No,
you're
I
Illinois,
don't
but I
know.
mean,
I'm still a northern. I'm still a Chicago boy, a farm
it's
boy.
all about where you were raised, right? Isn't that weird that there's
Yeah.
like 8 years between, 10 and 18 is like where you're from?
Absolutely.
10 to 18 is where you're from.
That's why I can't shake some of these words off. You know,
I feel
I
Yeah,
grew
Kev,
up.
you've been here for a long time too now.
I have. I've been here for longer than I was in Delaware.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And also, this is also the phenomenon of why people can't. I mean, it's not weird that you can't shake the Delaware words, or Sam says her Pennsylvania words. Or,
say
my
stuff.
mom has lived here since 1968, and she still has a Greek accent.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know what I mean? Isn't that funny how that stuff just does not erase?
No.
So you could live here. My mom has lived in Houston longer than she lived in her little village of Greece. She left her village of Greece when she was 20.
Wow.
Yeah,
She's 70.
right.
She's been here 50 years.
That's crazy. She has not lost her accent.
right. My dad had his accent. till
I'm
the
feeling
end.
more like the first couple of years in Texas. It was weird for the flags on beer bottles and just
Oh my gosh,
How
the
much-
Texas
edition.
yeah.
was
There's a Texas edition
Insane.
Ford F-150.
No.
What makes the Texas?
Now I don't even
now
notice
I'm like,
it.
yeah, I
We
don't
never
know.
had Delaware
Wait,
edition.
y'all, can I tell you the opposite effect of that, guys?
Nothing. Yeah, dude,
Right? Where's PA's pride?
No pride.
Yes, the opposite effect of that is when I went to go do radio in Philly. I was so used to seeing like Bud Light bottles with the Texas State on it or
Yeah.
all this stuff, and I was like, oh, I guess they don't have like Keystone State beer bottles. That's
No.
weird.
A Keystone
You
beer.
would assume they would. Like, you
Right.
would think they'd be like, PA.
Keystone edition.
Yeah.
Or like Yingling would have like a little Keystone State there in the corner just because it's from Pennsylvania. It was the opposite effect for me. I was like,
No.
wow, there's nothing Pennsylvania in Pennsylvania.
Maybe these states are missing out.
Tell me I'm here.
Right.
Gary Barbera, Keystone edition.
Gary Barbera, Dodge
He's still doing it, Rolla.
Is
He's
he
still,
really?
Still doing it
And
big.
Steven Singer Diamond. Like everybody has a mattress Mac.
Yeah.
And in Philadelphia, it was this guy named Steven Singer for diamonds
He
and
does
this
stuff
guy
still
named
for-
Gary Barbera for the car.
Gary Barbera.
I
Yeah.
hate Steven Singer.
Oh, because that was like his campaign.
Well, there's
Yeah.
billboards
Yeah,
that say that in Philadelphia.
but I don't remember. That wasn't the campaign when I was living there, so I didn't get that.
I didn't realize.
That's funny.
I was watching the video of Conan O'Brien when he met his wife, who worked for a marketing company that brought in Hilton furniture.
Yeah.
During that whole
The-
Mattress Mac versus Hilton, right?
Which furniture company has the crazier overnight commercials?
Because his show was not played at the right time here. They bumped his show, Sam, back in the day,
Yeah.
and to play infomercials. And
It was supposed to be on at
Houston.
11:30.
Uh-huh.
KPRC would do infomercials, then a repeat of like Days of Our Lives, and then the news, and then Conan
Oh,
O'Brien.
gosh.
So he's like, "What the hell is? Why am I not on in
Houston, Texas.
And he saw Mattress Mac and Hilton. And so they had a competition. Hilton won, so they brought Hilton in. That was the video because someone goes, I was just thinking about the time Conan O'Brien met his wife for the first time. And they show them in the big marketing room with this marketing team that they're the number one marketing team in the world.
And she was
Number
the
4 in
handler
world,
for
number 1.
Hilton.
Yeah, she
was the handler.
Well, actually, she worked for the marketing company. She was like right across.
Right, but wasn't she like the handler? Like the marketing
she was
brought
helping-
in Hilton.
She was helping him.
Okay, yeah.
With their
Oh,
whole
and the
pitch.
other sidebar too,
He's
I
got
want to
the
say.
chainsaw and stuff.
Yeah.
His bit
gosh.
was, these are the commercials that play in Houston when I'm on.
Oh.
And that's how the Hilton Mattress Mac competition
Yeah,
started.
and he's sawing mattresses in half, cutting
Right.
prices.
And
That's
Mattress
a-
Mac wanted to win it so bad. Do you remember this, Eric? He sent an 18-wheeler through Times Square, like a billboard for like vote Mattress Mac for Conan's whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
So then Hilton, they go, why'd you say that's a fact, Jack? What is that? Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize this, that the building he bought or rented from had a big sign that said fact. So he's like, I couldn't take it down. I couldn't afford to change it, so I had to use it in my commercial.
how funny.
Wow.
That's a fact, Jack. He
That's
came up with
interesting.
that.
Yeah, he used to get.
Find the building, because he's like, you need the address, you need the name of the store, and you need
Right.
the slogan. That's
Because he used to have like
You
a
see
bucket
fact
of
up
water
there.
get thrown on him. Like it was real like bad, cheap versions of like camera work. And he'd have like a corded mic, Sam, and he'd be like, Hilton Furniture here, blah, 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 blah. And they say, that's a fact, Jack. And then somebody would throw a pail of water on him. Oops. A pail of water on him.
Like, why?
And he would just be drenched. And it was just stupid, like just to get your attention.
So you can remember it.
Yeah, and didn't Mattress Mike say that? He said that when he first started his commercials, he figured the commercials were really cheap to do the overnight and the late night stuff.
And wrestling.
And you could do like a whole bunch in a row. And so he had taken the cue from some guy in San Antonio or some other city in Texas.
Was it a tire guy?
It was a tire guy. He was wearing a tire. So he was like, oh, I'm going to put a mattress on.
And wear it everywhere you go.
Yeah, you need to make it like a shtick for people to remember you. His whole shtick was pulling out the money from his back pocket saying, save you money. And Gallery Furniture will save you money. And then the
Today.
Will and Parker thing. Now it's today. His trucks just say today.
I always laugh when you see like Gallery Furniture, and then you see like it's like a shark, and then you see those little plankton, those little fish that eat off the shark's teeth around him with other stores. Like little furniture stores. Like,
yeah.
you just look next time you drive by there on 45, or
There's
you go
a
by
lot.
Hilton. You see the
Yeah.
big dogs that spend the money on advertising,
Right.
So they know people are coming, so other people buy stores around them to try.
that's
Absolutely.
funny. That's a good
Smart.
po- that's
They
a good
feed
point.
off of them.
They feed off of it. It's like
Remember the bean bags, where the bean bags are?
oh yeah,
That was up on 45 North. They had a whole pile of bean bags.
Oh, I feel like I do
And
remember
these
that.
two kind of country bumpkin guys were like, where the bean bags are?
Oh my God, you are right.
and
I
Love
totally
Sack took
forgot
over,
about
and all the
that.
kids want the Love Sack.
Yeah.
But if you can't afford it, you're going to go back to the
That should be
beanbags.
it. You can't afford Love Sack, come to us.
Back to
Yeah.
the bean bags.
Wow.
It's like, wait,
For
how
years.
long were these bean bags sitting out here for
The
how
sun?
many years?
Oh, gosh.
Like, it's a
ew.
stack of bean bags
Yes,
that's
and
been
if
out
it
there
rained,
forever.
Yeah.
And did what did they put inside it to keep it fluffy? 'Cause
Oh,
after a while,
gosh.
those
I don't know. Probably,
things are going to melt or
they're probably pretty
shrink.
cheap, so they just used whatever's
just-
I've
there.
always
Adding more
been
to
fascinated with the piano on the stick on 59.
Yeah.
Is it still
The
there? or did they
piano
take it down?
store.
Yeah, but is it still there? The piano. I was thinking,
don't
gosh, through
think
all the
so.
hurricanes and the storms, that piano just stayed up there.
It used to be like what, Brook Mays or something, and then it was like a store. I remember my daughter rented a clarinet for a band.
Yeah.
I feel like that store's gone now.
I don't think it's there.
And
Is
also the
Hooters over
Hooters
there?
is gone. I
Yeah, the
think.
Hooters over there.
Ridiculous.
Okay, wait,
That's where
speaking-
they have that Olive Garden.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
That
that's
stuck
where-
around.
Is that the one you go to?
Yeah.
That's the
Still
one I went
there?
to with my dad and Jules when my dad was in town.
On
'cause-
59 at
yeah.
Westland-ish?
Yeah, because my mom was like, oh, yeah, Dad likes Olive Garden. And then we show up, and my dad's like, I don't like Olive Garden. I was
Oh
like,
my
Dad!
God.
Why don't you go to Lisa Carrabba's over there?
You
the
could have gone to
original.
any other Italian place here.
I know. I just love their damn breadsticks, y'all.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
They're good
breadsticks.
breadsticks, and
They're
their
so
salad
I
is
haven't had
refresh-
them in years.
And their salad is so
cold.
refreshing. It's really cold. The dressing's really good.
The
I know
Carrabba
it's
salad
not
is good.
Is it?
The homemade one or the
But is
Parmesan
it
one with the
unlimited
carrots.
with breadsticks?
No.
That's
Actually,
what
they
I'm
put too much celery in it. I have to tell them.
See?
Put
Oh, I
celery on
like
the
celery.
side.
See, you're either a celery person or you're not. Does it
Yeah.
taste like dirt to you or something? Or is that
That's
just
not bad.
cilantro?
It just doesn't have a.
I love celery.
I do too.
It's real
What did you
crunchy.
eat with celery last night, Special K?
Yeah, would you?
Oh, God.
I still smell it over
The
here.
garlic tomb dip that Roula brought in was the only thing I think I've ever bought from Try It Tuesday. I could not. I was in HEB and I see this yellow flashing bowl to my left hand side. I'm like, is that? Oh my God!
There's the tomb tomb dip.
Girl, it was $6 for a little bitty one.
Was it really?
Yes, the little, the little
Oh,
teeny-
the skinny one.
Yeah, the skinny one.
Because I got mine at Costco size.
Girl,
Yeah, Costco knows how
It
to
was
do
I
it.
probably
could
the
have
same
eaten
price.
that whole Costco size
I
last
know.
night.
Oh my God, seriously. It's called Tomb, Toom. And it says, ooh, boom, wow.
But Kevin was the first one, didn't like it at first.
I
It was
know,
too
that's
much.
what's so funny. And now you're like,
I don't get it.
As we were doing
Okay.
Try Tuesday, if you didn't hear that, go to the podcast for Tuesday. It's at 8 o'clock. He's like, oh, God, no,
Oh,
I can't.
God.
And as we're talking, you just hear his mouth keep getting full. We're like, you're still eating it, though. It's like a
Amazing.
lemony garlic dip. You can actually put it on like chicken and stuff, but we were just eating it straight up, crackers, bread,
I think it's your bread.
carrots.
It would take over the flavor of anything, really. So I don't know about putting on a burger or chicken, but
I wouldn't put it on a burger, no. I'd put it on like a grilled chicken breast, maybe, but no, I just like it cold
How about fish?
to dip. I mean,
What
you
if
could.
you painted a little bit on there and then you broiled it, or
that'd
then
be
you
good.
baked it and
Yeah.
then had it kind of baked in on
That
top
would be
of
good
it.
on fish.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, for sure. TOOM. Yes.
You
so
must
good.
try it if you like garlic.
It
It's
was really
mind-blowing, addictive.
Oh, and I have a dinner hack. We'll talk about it later because you know how every day the things you didn't realize you signed up for as an adult is you have to feed yourself the rest of your life.
and your children.
And your children.
Good Lord.
And we just figured out really quick, like, hey, I didn't know this was such an easy dinner to make. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah. Today on the show, we've got roses after 7 o'clock. If you are questioning things in your relationship, you come to us. We help you get some answers. The secret sound continues on. We'll tell you, give you an update on the money jackpot for that.
Lots of giveaways.
The Greek
Lots
Fest,
of
Greek Fest
giveaways.
Houston kicks off today on the west side at Eldridge Memorial, near Memorial. So
You want to be
we'll have them in
entertained
today.
Some drama, some laughs,
And some tickets for
prizes,
free stuff.
Win stuff. This is
All
the day
kinds
to
of
be
good stuff.
listening.
Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, wow, there's a lot to cover, HBO Max was HBO Max, and they're just Max. Now they're going back, and they're
More-
adding things. Like,
more
why
proof that
confusing?
One suit, these bean counters that have no talent when it comes to being creative, try and put their hands in the creative pot, and they screw it up like that.
Yeah, it's like New Coke and Coke.
Max.
Epic fail.
That was the dumbest thing ever.
And what are some of the top rom-coms of all time? Top of your head. We'll just do a lot of it. It's the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. We'll be right back on 104.1 KRBE.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood. Celebrity Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. All right, let me give y'all updates here. Here are your updates. The secret sound continues on. We play a sound 5 times a day between 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And if you think you know it, you need to be caller 104 to guess the sound. If you know it, you win the jackpot. If you don't know, we had another $104 to the jackpot. Sam, what's the total right now?
It is
Oh, here it is. Okay.
1,456.
Oh, okay, this one's not updated. That's good you told me that.
Is it not? I'm
This
sorry.
one said 1352, so I'm glad you have the number. I know we can't keep track of so many people are trying to
Golly.
guess this. So is it
Sorry,
14
Roula.
what? That's okay.
It's $1,456.
Oh, whoa, 1456. I think a clue's gonna have to go out, y'all. If you text the word secret to 37530, you'll get the times that we play all week, and we'll send you a clue to that same number you registered with. So I bet that clue's coming soon, so somebody can win this money from Shell Federal Credit Union. Also, we've got Lagoon Fest, Texas happening on Saturday. It is our Raw Feed podcast. We're doing it on the roads. We call it the Raw Feed Roadshow, and the site is the Blue Lagoon Bar and Grill on the site of Lagoon Fest, Texas. Now, Lagoon Fest, Texas is off of 45. You can go to krbe.com for all the information. It's 11 a.m. on Saturday, May 17th. It is free. It is open to everybody. You just show up. The first 104 people are going to have access to Lagoon Fest afterwards, so you can enjoy a day of fun in the sun. And we are giving away tickets for that as well. So should we just do a pair right now? Let's just do a pair right
Yeah,
now. 6
absolutely.
o'clockers deserve that.
Yes.
All right, caller 10. We'll make it easy, Kev. 833-390-KRBE. Caller 10. You score a pair of tickets to Lagoon Fest, Texas. You can enjoy Lagoon Fest after the Raw Feed Roadshow, which starts at 11 o'clock. It is just us recording our podcast, which lives forever on our app, krbe.com, wherever you consume your podcasts. By the way, today after the show, we'll do another Raw Feed. And Kevin, aren't you going to play that prank call where the guy like really went after you hard?
Yes, because we tried to tell him, get the F out of here, and he was not having it.
He lost his marbles. Lost
I
his
can't
marbles. Of all the phrases you guys have sent Special K to say to the telemarketers, get the F out of here, turn this guy upside down.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, my cat's on the table. he didn't believe me.
So caller 10, you're going to score Lagoon Fest Texas tickets. And again, it's a free event, but we are giving away tickets for you to enjoy Lagoon Fest Texas afterwards. All right. So Max started out as HBO Max. Then they changed their app to just Max, little blue square Max.
For like 2 years now.
Yeah. Now they're going back to HBO Max. I guess they just figured, well, we might as well have the HBO partner name because that's who we are.
Some suit in there. They said one person with power thought, we got to change it. HBO people, that just pigeonholes us. Just HBO over there. We do so much more. I'm like, you're known as HBO.
Yeah, HBO's your
that
channel.
brand's been around since what, late 70s, mid 70s?
Well, and also,
80s,
Eric, I thought HBO Max was the merger because I thought HBO also owned Cinemax. So Cinemax was a cable channel, Showtime was a cable channel, HBO was the cable channel.
That's why it was kind of a great way to put them together.
Yeah, HBO Max. That's what I thought it was.
When HBO has your bigger...
HBO by far was like the...
Sex and the City.
That was like
Game
the
of Thrones.
MGM. That was like the 20th Century
Cinemax
Fox.
always got the weaker stuff and the pervert stuff.
Yeah,
at nighttime.
HBO
Skinemax,
always
they
had
used to
like
call
the
it.
big movies. Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you'd find that on HBO. You'd find like...
Or like you get Gremlins back in the day on HBO and you get Ghoulies on Cinemax.
Oh, that's a good point.
You get the ripoff. Armageddon would be HBO Max and Deep Impact Cinemax.
Yeah.
The one that's not as popular.
So they're going back to HBO Max, and that's pretty much it. As for programming announcements, Warner Brothers unveiled a new trailer for James Gunn's Superman movie.
I saw that like 4 times.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Looks good. And the new Game of Thrones series, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, has been pushed back to 2026. Is this something you're looking forward to as a Game of Thrones guy?
I forget which one this is.
Okay.
There's so many things they're doing.
So many.
I like it though. It's all good.
And Netflix is bringing back Star Search, y'all. Star Search was a show in the 80s that gave television access to the likes of Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, all these people that they were not famous yet. They were kids.
Every comedian that you know, from Ellen
Rosie
DeGeneres
O'Donnell,
to
Ellen DeGeneres. Who else?
everybody in the 80s.
Yeah, they all started on Star Search. Star Search
Louis
was
Anderson.
a show hosted by a man named Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon was like the sidekick guy for a man named Johnny Carson, who was the king of late night talk shows. Kind of like if you watched Conan and he had Andy Richter in the seat next to him. Ed McMahon was Johnny Carson's guy, and he would wear a tuxedo, and they would do this talent show. It's basically a talent show, and they called it Star Search. And they would have these judges, and if you got 5 stars, you're the winner. So like they put, let's say Sam and I are both actresses. We had to act out the same scene, and then we had to stand next to each other, and they'd split screen us, and they'd say, "Okay, judges, for Samantha, give us your score," and they'll put like 4 stars.
Yeah, you'd see the stars pop up.
And then for Roula, give us the score, and they do the stars. And then the person with the higher stars moves on to the next week round of acting.
And after so many weeks, if you won like 6 in a row, you got something. I forget.
Star Search.
But they did the acting thing, and then they got rid of it, and they brought it back because I think we had Ed on in like 2003, or we had somebody on.
Did we?
Because they brought it back, but they never brought the acting part, which I always thought was fun.
Because remember they had spokesmodel.
Yeah,
I remember spokesmodel was like you model clothes and makeup and stuff. Like
so you had
modeling.
a band compete against a band.
funny.
You had a singer
So
versus
weird.
a singer, comic versus comic,
Got it.
model versus model.
Kids versus kids.
Yeah,
Because Justin Timberlake, if you Google Justin Timberlake Star Search, he was like 10 years old, and he's dressed like a cowboy. And he's basically, think of like Boot, Scoot, and Boogie, Brooks and Dunn. That was JT. Because he's, from Tennessee. And he was a little cowboy kid singing. And then Beyonce and Kelly Rowland were in a girl group of 6 girls called Girls Time, TYME. And that was the first girl group that Matthew Knowles tried to launch. They made it on Star Search. I don't think they won Star Search, but that fizzled out. And then
Wasn't
he
there a
built
band, Sawyer
Destiny's
Brown
Child.
or something like that?
Yeah, Sawyer Brown. I remember
They
them,
were on
but-
all the time. I'm like, who the heck?
And there's
this?
also, is Jackson Brown a country band? Because I would confuse Jackson Brown when I'd see them on country radio as Sawyer Brown from Star Search.
Jackson Brown's a singer.
Is that just one person?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, Star Search is coming back to Netflix, y'all. And it was their upfronts yesterday. You know, I was telling you all this week that all the alphabet networks and whatnot were doing their upfronts to show you what they have to bring us this new season. Netflix is going to make Star Search live. It is a live version of Star Search on Netflix.
That's their thing, man. They want to take over live TV and everything.
There's also a new movie called Here Comes the Flood. It's a heist thriller with Denzel Washington and Robert Pattinson. Of course, Bridgerton season 4 is coming back. The Diplomat's coming back. 4 seasons got a second season.
Oh, that's the one that just came out last week.
Yeah, the 4 seasons.
Yeah, they
with
leave it
Tina
on
Fey.
a cliffhanger at the end.
They do. Let's see. How about this one? Flight for 84 is a movie based on the real life story of the plane crash that killed the boxing team, the U.S. boxing team in 1980. The U.S. Olympic boxing team. I didn't even know that happened.
What?
Jamie Foxx plays the coach that they brought in to rebuild the team for the 1984 L.A. Games. I didn't even know this happened. I feel ashamed.
I did not know that.
U.S. Olympic boxing team.
I will be
Crazy.
Let me Google that later.
Okay, when it comes to the top rom-coms of the last 25 years, Collider ranked them all. And on the list, you've got How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Big Fat Greek Wedding, Crazy Rich Asians, Love Actually, Legally Blonde.
Is it good?
Bridget Jones' Diary, Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh, yeah, with Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling. And
Yeah, but
Emma
I wouldn't
Stone.
rank that higher than like
No,
How to Lose a Guy or...
no.
No. 500 Days of Summer was number 3.
That's pretty good, but
But top of the last 25 years?
no way.
I don't agree with the top 4. The top 4 are Crazy Stupid Love, 500 Days of Summer, Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh.
And the number 1 from 2001 was Emily. Emily. Amelie.
Don't know that one.
It was a foreign film, but people fell in love with it.
Terrible.
Collider, you suck.
Yeah,
That was
we'll
terrible.
never go to there again.
Stinker bomb.
Now, yesterday, coming up at this time, we talked to we played a listener line call of a girl that was invited to a wedding that
a friend of me has chosen her to be in the bridal party, but the friend of me is not engaged yet.
Yeah, she just started dating this guy like 3 or 4 months and called her out of the blue and said, I want you part of my wedding.
And they haven't talked. She said they've probably had 5 text messages in the last 5 years.
So we were trying to decode, like, what does this really mean? How should she respond? Because that was her main question. Well, we talked about that. We had some ideas. She was listening, and then she left us a listener line.
Oh, good. Like an update to the story?
Yeah, and
all right,
kind
good.
of what she was thinking, too, and what she did. She
Okay, good. We have an
I don't know
update
if she
to the
took our
story.
advice or not. You'll have to hear.
I love it when you guys give us the complete story. Like they bookend it with the ending, like what happened. So we'll find out what happened next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. For any reason, whether you are live listening to us and you have a comment, we couldn't get you live on the air for your story, so you shared it with us there. You're listening later in the day at random hours to our podcast. You want to comment, you have questions, you have quandaries. Yesterday at this time, we played a quandary. It was a girl who has barely seen this other girl in her life. They were not really the closest of friends. She called her a frenemy. This frenemy reaches out after all this time and says, oh, by the way, I'm dating this new guy and we're probably going to get engaged. So when that happens, I'd like for you to be my bridal party. It was so random. So, Eric, what was it was a good... We
were just discussing it. We all
your
had
text
theory.
was the best way to respond. It was...
Just to keep it simple, like, don't acknowledge being invited to be
in
a
the wedding party.
bridesmaid
Yeah.
or a maid of honor or whatever. Just say, oh, congratulations, that's great news. And just keep it vague. Don't acknowledge that you were invited into her bridal party.
Do we have the original call to play, or we have the backup call?
I just have the backup.
So the original call, I just told you what that's about.
basically
But she
that's
was
all this-
listening to the show.
This is interesting because she heard it live. Like, she's probably listening right now.
Yeah, that's fun.
And what's funny because our system here, they changed it. So, like, I used to be able to send you guys listener line calls. You can hear
Yes.
it. Now you can't. It's such a...
It's a pain in the butt.
It's like technology's supposed to get better. They made it worse for us.
Corrupted file.
So I'm trying to get it over to Kevin. It won't play. So it might sound a little bit different because I had to use my phone to the mic.
Yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
Here's a little bit of what it is.
Hey guys, this is Aria. I'm the one who called about the frenemy from graduate school who hasn't been proposed to but is trying to get me to be a bridesmaid. So I was listening live when y'all were talking about this, and I did want to clarify a couple things real quick. I have never been married, but I have been in several weddings, including one good friend from graduate school who asked me after being actually engaged. Also, Eric made a comment that actually kind of struck home, and I do think that it's very possible that this girl is reaching out as a way to like shove in my face that she's like on the verge of getting engaged, because she has not been dating this guy for very long, and she has a really bad habit of like counting her chickens before they hatch. Anytime she would start dating a guy, she would immediately start posting pictures with them, even if they weren't like official. If they just gone on a couple dates, she would start posting pictures of them to her social media accounts. She got some bad rumors going around about her because she was basically trying to like entrap guys into like dating her.
Oh my God.
So I definitely do think that she might very well be trying to like rub it in my face that she is almost, I don't even know if the right word is almost engaged. So I took your advice and I did just say like an ambiguous congratulations without responding to like her request, because at the end of the day, like She didn't ask me to be a bridesmaid outright, and I don't have a date, so I can't commit to that, and I don't want to. Eric's comment did open my eyes to the fact that, like, this was maybe not as innocent of a request seemed, and it probably did have the hidden agenda of wanting to make me feel a type of way about her talking to this guy, and I don't know. All right, thanks, guys. I'll let you know what happens, and if this engagement actually goes through and what she responds after I said congratulations and nothing else. All right, bye.
Wow. So it was because you mentioned that yesterday, Eric. Maybe this girl's trying to be like, ha, look at me, I'm getting married before you.
Because if they said frenemies, and that's something we didn't talk about in the call. Remember, she said this girl stole her coat. Remember, she said that
because there's a guy that she left her coat on purpose at the apartment of a guy that the caller liked.
Yeah.
The frenemy left her coat there, and then she went to go get it.
The frenemy got
other way.
The girl that called us.
girl
The girl that called us
called.
left her jacket there. The guy goes, "Hey, could you give this to the girl that called us?"
Oh, right.
And she never gave it to her. Kept the jacket. So I'm like,
That's
right,
I feel like this girl badmouths her. Does not really like her.
No.
Maybe she's
it's
intimidated by
definitely in
her
her
or
face.
jealous of her. And this is her way of saying, "Look, you're still single. I'm going to show you. I got a man. Even
My
though
thing is,
you're not engaged. That's weird."
I would just ghost this girl. You don't see her all the time. This
Yeah.
girl, you already know her intentions are bad.
Right.
Ghost this girl.
She talked for a while, so there's one part that she did say that she's like, I would like to be invited to the wedding because I'd see all my graduate friends.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun, but I don't want to be in the wedding.
But does she know that the graduate friends would actually be there or show up?
Good point.
That's the tricky
Maybe-
part. You're like, well, I don't want to go for you, but I want to go for the other people.
Well, you could always text them and say, hey, are you invited to so-and-so's wedding?
Oh, that's right.
And then...
Weddings are so, isn't that crazy that weddings, guys, are so, is the word polarizing? You're either like all in, like they could be really fun, awesome events, or you could be like, ugh, just go to this wedding. Like, isn't it so weird how some people dread weddings and others are like, I can't wait for this day. It's
There's
going
a
to be so
comic
fun for
Roula.
you.
Yesterday I was watching, he's like, if you have no alcohol at your wedding, you need to put that on your invitation. He's like, because your weddings are like a crappy kids play. The only people that, or a play that your friends are in. The only people that really give a crap are the people that are in it. The people that are watching it, we're just suffering. At least we're just looking for that. All right, 20 more minutes. This is over. We're going to the bar. It's time to start the reception. I'm like, that's true. Most people.
That's not true. That'd be so mean. I would feel so terrible if I was in the audience of the congregation and say, nobody's here for you. I'm there because you invited me, right? I mean, I'm not excited there's no booze, but I'm not going to say I hate this couple. God, where's the booze?
I mean, you get your inner circle.
Disappointed.
If you got 500 people there or something.
I do like when the ceremony's really short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in my world.
Yeah, that's where I would probably be like, where's the flask?
Just wait for the
My
party to
kids'
come.
graduation's tonight. It's like an hour and a half, but the hour of it's mass.
It's a Catholic school graduation.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm like, and you know me, last time I was in mass was 2 years ago, my daughter's graduation.
That's like a Catholic wedding. You got to go through the whole mass first.
My kids have been going to this school for since they were
It is
4.
the sacrament of marriage. It is the sacrament of graduation.
This is only the third time I've been in the church part.
That's one thing I dreaded.
I'm like, oh, wow,
like,
this is what it looks like.
Growing up as a Catholic, like, oh no, we have to go to a wedding.
That's funny.
Will there be wine?
I like Presbyterian
Listen,
weddings.
my
They're short.
first Catholic wedding, I think I was probably 22 when I got invited to my first Catholic wedding. And Catholicism is different than Greek Orthodoxy. Some people think they don't even know what Greek Orthodoxy means. It is like I call it Catholic light, less guilt. But the liturgy is very long. And I did not know how Catholic weddings work. And somebody in the pew was like, oh, I heard it's a full mass. And I go, I don't know what that means. Like, what does that mean if it's a full mass?
I mean, it's like what y'all do.
No,
I went through. I sat through y'all.
I know, but the
Yours
Greek
is pretty
Orthodox
long.
religion,
It was
you don't get a choice. It's just
At least this one's in English.
the liturgy. I know.
Yours is
We
Greek.
do
I'm like,
Greek
I don't-
and English.
I just seen them grease up this kid, my nephew.
Oh, that's for
Butterball
baptism. That's for
olive
baptism.
oil.
But wait, isn't there a Catholic mass wedding if it's a full mass wedding versus just, I guess, the regular mass? What does that mean? The full mass, that was like an hour and a half.
It's an hour.
It's an hour.
It's an hour
For the
yeah,
full
it's
mass.
For the full mass, generally.
What is the shortened version?
We definitely went to the shortened version on Saturday nights, my mom and and I don't remember what they cut from it, but probably a lot of singing and standing up and down. They probably cut a couple prayers and a couple of the songs because I
For the
remember
wedding,
a lot.
I'm talking about.
Oh, for the wedding?
That's what I'm saying. A full mass wedding versus not a full mass wedding. What's the time difference? A Catholic wedding.
Do they have a choice?
I don't
That's
think
what I
if you're getting married by a priest, I'm pretty sure he's going to do a whole mass.
spiel.
Oh, okay. Because like I said, when I was 22, that person in the pew was like, I heard it's a full mass. And I go, oh, is there a choice? Like in my church, there's not a choice. Liturgy is liturgy.
In my church, we did not have kneelers. So when I would go to other people's Catholic church, I was like, oh my gosh, what do we do now? When do we kneel? Like, we got to get down there now. Oh,
Look at those fancy.
you can flip those little things out of there. Okay, now we stand up and flip it up. Okay.
When I was a kid, you stand on that so you could see.
What do we do now?
Which, by the way, speaking of church, we're going to have the crew from the St. Basil's Greek Festival come in the next hour. Because you can get into Greece without a passport this weekend, starting today, actually, May 15 to 17 on Eldridge. It is the St. Basil's Greek Orthodox Church that is having their festival on the west side. And it's really cool. You can go to their website.
And there they have a lot of space.
HoustonGreekFest.com. Yeah, lots of space.
I remember when my kids were little, all those little rides, they had so much space.
A lot of stuff for kids.
Parking was easy.
A lot of area. Because it's like in a neighborhood that's more suburban.
Yeah.
Because the original Houston Greek Festival is in Montrose. So you know how Montrose is. It's very all the little streets and stuff. And
you can't park anywhere.
You got an Uber.
And it's fine, but this is a little bit more suburban. It's suburban life out there. So we'll have them in and we'll have tickets to give away. Father Luke is going to be here. You guys have all your religion questions there.
That'll be a short.
Father Luke, God bless him. He's so nice, but he's a very tall man. And I think
he
it's
keeps like, I'm not going to say anything about his height because that's going to annoy people that are tall.
Their whole life, if people just look at them when they walk in the room, they're like, wow, you're tall.
Oh, I have to say you play basketball. We don't go up to Kevin and go, hey, Kevin, are you a coal miner? Do you, we don't say stuff like that.
Are you a coal miner?
Short?
Yeah, we don't say things like that at all.
Is that what you have to be short to work?
Are you a gymnast?
Yeah,
Did you go in the tunnels in the Vietnam?
Were you
a little jockey?
Are you a,
I was a jockey.
You race horses?
Camels.
How's the derby going?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I'm just here for the hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you are. All right, coming up next, we're going to do roses. This is where you reach out to us at krbe.com and you tell us what's going on in your relationship that makes you think your mate is cheating on you. And then we get your mate on the phone, offer roses while you listen in to hash it all out. It's going to happen next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Delays continue.